Well, knowing and disclosing product chemistry, what we can do as purchasers of products is we can ask our suppliers for product chemistry, and they in turn will ask their suppliers. So by forcing the question, we're able to help drive change in the marketplace, because once everybody understands what's in their products, then we can identify, are there carcinogens, are there mutagens, are there reproductive toxins, are there chemicals of high concern? Those are all the kinds of things that we can understand better through increased transparency. And we can get there, we can help get there by asking the right questions of our suppliers.
As a manufacturer, the belief that we all tend to have is that we know so much about our product that we cannot think about disclosing for loss of intellectual properties. And to my fellow manufacturers, I would say, look for third-party certifications. We had a particular instance where the manufacturer of one of the compounds we were using would not reveal to us the ingredients within that compound. They, for some reason, I think, believed that we would seek to find an alternate, less expensive source. However, they revealed every ingredient to the third-party certification organization or third-party certification group. And that was really important. We could not have gone forward had they chosen to continue to keep that secret.
Well, the very first time we worked on an initiative to know and disclose product chemistry goes way back to our efforts to identify PVC in the products that we use. And we worked very diligently, especially through shareholder activism, to try to get the manufacturers to disclose the PVC in the products, and then to move beyond that to developing alternative products without PVC.
So a number of years ago, as we were attempting to reduce the amount of PVC in our facilities, we realized that some devices that have PVC also have a hazardous ingredient called a phthalate, DEHP. And it was especially problematic in neonatal units. So we went about a process where, first of all, we had to identify which products might even have DEHP in them, because products are not labeled to contain that information. So we didn't know for sure, but we made an educated guess. And then we went on the market to look for alternatives to those products. And in some cases we were successful and in others not. And where we were successful, we traded out those products. And where we weren't successful, we worked with manufacturers to develop safe alternatives to products that contain DEHP. And today we have changed out all of our products for which there is a safe alternative in our neonatal units.
Certain products need to be out of there from an environmental standpoint. Certain products might have to be there from a building code standpoint. And the example of that would be a halogenated fire retardant. Some argument would say, use that in order to meet the Class 1 building requirements, because in an egress corridor, the materials have to meet certain flame spread and smoke developed criteria. Knowing and understanding the halogenated or knowing and understanding the fire retardants that are used in a product sometimes creates a difficulty in the product development, but if you can pull those out and have a Class 1 product, that's what you want to do. And from our standpoint of what we've understood about the past difficulties with PVC, we wanted to be certain that we did not have any halogenated or brominated fire retardants within our product.
The development of our comprehensive chemicals policy will be how we implement our commitment in our own organization. Our representatives from hospitals across the system that meet to discuss various issues. We're asking them to identify particular chemicals of concern in their area of expertise. Then we're working very closely with supply chain management so that they are incorporating information about chemicals of concern into the RFPs that they send out for products, as well as into their own decision-making product as they're choosing a particular vendor.
we're looking at the principle around continuous improvement as a way to really, I think, expand what we've been doing. Because in the past, we would take a particular ingredient like mercury or polyvinyl chloride or a phthalate, and we'd say we need to try to get rid of that in certain products where we've got some opportunities for exposure. And what this collaborative allows us to do is sort of take a more holistic point of view and say there are broad categories of chemicals that are not safe, and we'd like to promote the use of safer chemicals.
For many years, we've been supportive of legislation and regulations that require disclosure of chemicals in products. We actually testified in the hearings for a bill that was ultimately signed and enacted into law, requiring disclosure of certain chemicals in cosmetic products. We've been following the development of the Green Chemistry Initiative, which is really a comprehensive approach to identifying alternatives to particularly harmful chemicals. And we see that as a really proactive, comprehensive approach instead of going chemical by chemical by chemical.
If we're going to have a healthy environment and a healthy economy, we need to work together in areas such as this. And I think the principles offer a great framework to proceed, and a framework that manufacturers and purchasers and NGOs can rally around.